The hidden risk of matcha. How your daily green latte could be affecting your iron levels. The surprising dark side of your matcha addiction. What it's doing to your iron levels. Matcha, the vibrant green Japanese beverage that's taken the wellness world by storm, might not be the perfect health elixir we thought it was. While celebrated for its numerous benefits, this trendy drink could be secretly undermining your body's iron absorption. And here's where it gets interesting. The meteoric rise in matcha's popularity isn't just straining global supplies. It's raising concerns among health experts about its impact on our nutrition. But here's the part most people miss. Your daily matcha ritual could be particularly problematic if you follow a plant-based diet. Matcha comes from the Camellia sinensis plant, which is specially grown in shade to boost its chlorophyll content. This unique cultivation process not only gives matcha its distinctive emerald hue, but also concentrates its beneficial compounds. According to Rob Hobson, a nutritionist and author, matcha offers impressive health perks. It's packed with polyphenols that combat oxidative damage and inflammation, potentially warding off chronic diseases. Plus, it delivers a unique combination of caffeine and L-theanine, providing focused energy without the jitters that coffee typically causes. But here's the controversial twist. Those same polyphenols that make matcha so healthy can be problematic. Professor Gunter Kuhnle from the University of Reading explains that compounds called catechins and tannins in matcha can bind to non-heme iron, the type found in plant foods, in your digestive system, potentially reducing iron absorption by up to 50%. Think of it as a nutritional catch-22. This interaction is particularly concerning for vegetarians and vegans who rely entirely on non-heme iron sources like lentils, leafy greens, and tofu. While meat eaters get heme iron, which isn't affected by matcha, plant-based dieters could be unknowingly compromising their iron intake with their matcha habit. The stakes are high. Iron deficiency can manifest as fatigue, breathlessness, pale skin, headaches, and heart palpitations. Research from Lund University in Sweden revealed alarming statistics. 38% of teenage girls and 70% of vegetarians/vegans studied showed iron deficiency. So how can you enjoy matcha responsibly? The key is timing. Experts recommend avoiding matcha during meals, especially if you're taking iron supplements. For maximum health benefits, skip the sugary syrups and heavy creams. Pure matcha is your best bet. What's your take on this matcha dilemma? Are you willing to adjust your matcha routine to protect your iron levels, or do you think the benefits outweigh the risks? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, especially if you're following a plant-based diet. Let's discuss how to balance our love for this ancient beverage with our modern nutritional needs. Matcha no more? U.S. tariffs demand shaping Japan's tea crisis. Is the beloved Japanese drink, matcha, in jeopardy? U.S. tariffs and surging demand are putting pressure on this cherished tradition. While Japanese tea farmers have seen a welcome boost from the recent matcha boom, especially among health-conscious Americans, President Trump's 15% tariffs on all Japanese exports, set to take effect August 1st, could disrupt this fragile industry. Tea farmer Yoshitsugu Furukawa questions the logic of these tariffs, arguing that unlike automobiles, matcha production poses no competitive threat to the U.S. His family's farm in Uji grows tencha leaves, the raw material for matcha powder. But here's where it gets controversial. Even with the tariffs reduced from 25% to 15% in a recent trade deal, Japanese exports will still face penalties. The matcha boom has been a bright spot, with production of tencha leaves rising sharply in the past 5 years according to government statistics. A staggering 78% of Japan's powdered green tea exports went to the U.S. in 2024. But with tariffs looming, industry insiders fear the bubble may burst. Tadetaro Honda, president of the Nishio Tea Cooperative, worries that once the boom ends, prices could drop drastically. And that's not the only threat. Climate change is already impacting harvests. But matcha entrepreneurs remain hopeful. Ryoshiro Kanbayashi has noticed more American tourists flocking to his Uji store, eager to learn about matcha's health benefits. And in Kyoto, modern cafes are putting innovative new spins on this ancient tradition. Will the matcha boom last? That remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, centuries-old traditions are adapting to a rapidly changing world. What do you think the future holds for matcha? Will U.S. tariffs snuff out this cultural phenomenon, or can the industry innovate and thrive? Join the discussion in the comments. Portland's matcha summer boom. 4 cafes leading the green drink trend. Could matcha be the ultimate summer sip? 4 Portland cafes certainly believe it is. Updated, July 31, 2025, 8:53 a.m. Published, July 31, 2025, 7 a.m. By Veronica Nocera, The Oregonian Oregon Live, https://staff/Veronica Nocera. In the heart of Portland, where coffee shops are as common as rain, a new trend is brewing, and it's not your typical cup of joe. Enter matcha, a vivid green powder finely ground from specially grown tea leaves, predominantly from Japan. This vibrant concoction has become the darling of social media, especially on Instagram. Perhaps you've seen influencers demonstrating the art of hand-whisking matcha at home, or noticed enthusiasts meticulously analyzing the hue of their green tea lattes. But here's where it gets interesting. Why is matcha suddenly the talk of the town? Its unique flavor and health benefits might just be the reasons behind its soaring popularity. If you decide to buy a product or sign up for an account via a link on our site, we might earn a commission. By continuing to use this site, you agree to our user agreement, https://advancelocal.com/advancelocaluser agreement, and acknowledge that your clicks, interactions, and personal information may be collected, recorded, and/or stored by us and our social media and third-party partners, as outlined in our privacy policy, https www.advancelocal.com, advancelocal user agreement, privacypolicy.html. And this is the part most people miss. What do you think? Is